Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and a brand new episode here on Kinleg. So, as you can see, we got some trees chopped down. We're making some good headway right now on this job. I said that's going to kind of be our job for the winter. We kind of are separating our logs into different categories, essentially. This is kind of the where we're putting all the weird shaped ones, kind of weird collisions. These are our bigger ones, medium-ish size, and then some smaller ones here. We got some here that we are need to stack still, and then we got some of these. We cut down a real big tree from just right here just a second ago, and we need to get these moved as well. I don't know how much of this I'm going to show on camera, just because I don't know, it's kind of a big mess sometimes. It's a lot doing the logging, especially with the equipment that we got, but with the red tape mod. So if we take a look at that, we'll see that I haven't actually looked at this yet, so we got negative 1.4 hours without straw. Oh, interesting. So we need to make sure that we're getting these cows bedded. So I think when we moved into December, maybe we didn't have enough straw. So we need to make sure we're getting that, because we're getting negative points. Animal conditions, indicator good welfare. Combined hours, they were unproductive. So that means I think that they're unfed. Hours without food. We went some without food, so we got negative 2 points there. And then animal spacing. Let's see. So it's the barn with cow shed, which I think is this the one that's on our farm? It might be. On this farm right here? Yeah, it might be. So, and then, let's see, sustainable forestry. So full evaluation was skipped this month. Trees cut. So it says we've only cut one tree, which isn't true. We've cut quite a few more than that. So we need to actually replant trees as well. So to get around that, that's kind of the point I was trying to make, is there's this mod here that has hand-planted saplings. So you can essentially hand plant saplings, like it says. So I think we actually need to buy some saplings first, but you take this shovel, and then with the saplings that you have in here, you should be able to hand plant some. So that is going to be how we do that. You can store a chainsaw in here, which is cool, and then some cans of paint, all that we need. So we essentially put this shed out here because of because that's essentially what we're going to be doing. So let's get some trees stacked. I want to eventually get the trailer over here and sell some of these logs, or let's see, I think there's a wood chipper in here somewhere as well that I want to possibly lease, because I feel like that's a thing that, probably is leased out. Wood chippers. Let's see, this one, and then there's this one right here that I found as a mod. It's just like a 3-point attachment, and it essentially just chips the wood, and we need to get a trailer as well that can store it. So I don't know what that would be, but I want to buy one, just a smaller one for that kind of thing. So like the Bailey trailer could be good for that. It's kind of like a smaller utility type trailer. This one's also kind of a smaller one. That one's smaller. What wood trailer? Support. Oh, this would actually be a nice buy for us. A little wood trailer for $2,000. That could be good. I might have to look into that, because that could be a good little thing to do. I know that we have like our bale trailer, so we could always use that, but could get this I for Williams one. Is there a bigger loader that... No. That's like just a real small one, so... Yeah, so I'm and then there's these ones, but I don't really like the look of those as much. But they're much more affordable. This one is almost 20 grand. This one holds just about 2,000 liters less. And is much cheaper, so maybe we could figure something out with that, but... Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So let's get some of these logs moved. Kind of show you guys what I've been up to, how I'm doing it. I'm trying not to use super strength. Yes, I have a few times. If there's a piece that is being particularly difficult. I need to just cut that little tree down. I don't really like where it's placed, but I figured it's a smaller one, so I'm trying to find where we cut this. I should get the weight. Why aren't my forks moving? There we go. I should get the weight so that we can cut bigger pieces. We're just gonna go set these over here. Because these are only 2 meters sections. I have the tree helper, or the forestry helper mod, which has actually been pretty nice. Because it kind of tells you where you need to be to cut evenly. But this tractor and loader work pretty well for this. I'm having much more success. Wonder if we can get out and cut that little piece off. There we go. I'm having much more success with logging on 25 than I did on 22. Which is nice, because it makes it a little bit more enjoyable. Logging can be frustrating at times, which I'm sure most of you are aware of. I don't think many of you that watch my channel are super big into forestry, because we're mostly a farming channel here. Sometimes this is difficult to do. I just have to spam. I just spam it. If anybody knows a better way to do this, let me know. There we go. You just have to get it to a spot where it's not like recognizing that it's going to actually cut somewhere. This tree actually has probably been the easiest, because there's a lot of trees that are probably not exactly meant for logging. It's like these ones are big, right? They're like straight. They don't have a ton of branches that come off them. But there are some that can be quite difficult, with lots of branches and different things on there that take a long time to cut off with a chainsaw. I was looking for like something that could be like almost like a heating thing, where essentially you could like use it for heat, quote unquote. Like you could burn like wood chips or anything like that. There we go. Got that one nice and easy. And like earn money from it, but I wasn't really seeing anything like that. Like a wood burner, like a wood stove type thing, but I don't know how common that is in the UK either. Are wood stoves common? Wood burners for heating houses? Let me know. If you're familiar, let me know in the comments. That would be very helpful. Even though I don't think there's anything actually out there for that. So for the time being, we're just gonna sell the logs. Like these nice pieces right here, I think I'm gonna actually sell them whole. And then the wonky ones, like the stack right here to the right, I will probably try and chip. Ooh, we got 2 of them. Do I continue to make this a nice stacked pile? Or just not care? I think I might just not care. I do care about that though. That is not very nice looking. So we're gonna push it in. Oh, the rest of this is not cut. So let's cut it. So yeah, with the Forestry Helper mod, you can kind of see, you know what, we're going to actually increase the distance. So we're going to do, let's do 4-meter sections, because I think those can, since it's getting towards the end of the tree, I think we're going to be able to handle it. Perfect. It's not as heavy as it is towards the base of the tree. There we go. Beautiful. So we're going to be planting more of these trees that are much easier to use as handle like logs like this. So I don't know exactly the specific type of the tree. Maybe if we get out and we look, should it tell us? It is spruce. So I think we're going to be planting some more spruces. And I want to start working on kind of down the way more. We're just kind of clearing this edge out a little bit, but I want to get those holiday homes built down that way, so we got to clear out those trees as well. But this was kind of the start. This is going to be kind of a project throughout the winter. I don't know how much time we're actually going to put into it. I don't know if we'll get any of the homes built this winter or not, because there is some of the supplies that we are going to have to buy in, like the cement and things like that. I think that we have one more piece, which is like the very base of it. We'll stack into. And we're going to have to grind down that stump with our chainsaw as well. Come on. There we go. Let's stack that one right here. Probably would have been smarter to have the trailer hooked up and loading them up so we don't have to handle them twice, but it is what it is. It's kind of more of a test to see how viable this is actually going to be, and you know, it actually has not been too bad. So these ones, let's see, I want to make sure I don't have super strength on, which we don't. So these are can actually be picked up, so that's good. Stack those there. There we go. You see how many tree branches and stuff I had to cut off this piece? Yeah. This one was a pain in the butt. Alright. So, that is all the trees cleared so far. I honestly might take... well, what type is this? It's a beech. I don't know how good that one is for logging. Take this stump out. There we go. And then, yeah, I think we're going to get some tree saplings, and we'll figure out where we want to plant those. Because, like, kind of down here, through the woods, maybe like right here almost, is kind of where I want to put some of those holiday homes. Which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I guess I'm going to show you. Where is it? Constructibles. This is part of the DLC. So these things here are pretty cool. Got a little bed in them. A little agri-tourism that we're going to do. I really need to find a good spot. Because we might even end up using some terraform, building a little pond or something. I don't know. I got some plans. So, what's this? That's just a tool shed. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan. Luckily, they're only $250, but then we have to put a lot of inputs in there and stuff too. So, yeah. So that's kind of what we got going on so far. We'll probably run down to the store, grab some of those saplings so we have them, and we can put them in there. We probably should go check on the animals once we get down there. As you can see, we got nothing in here anymore. They're all inside for the winter. So, things are coming along. Welcome to December 2. We are taking a load of silage bales to the biogas plant. Again, they called and asked if we had any that we wanted to sell, and of course I said yes, so we are taking a load. It is not a very nice looking load, but it works. So we are bringing them over. I have no idea how much this is going to earn us. Hopefully a decent amount. We'll go over here, we'll get weighed in. Let's see. Alright. 17,000. Is that what that says? Something about that. Then we gotta pull over to this digester. We'll get unstrapped. They'll unload us. And away we'll be. I have no idea what the plan is for the rest of the day. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing some more forestry or not. One kind of roadblock that I'll get into after we get unloaded. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. So yeah, one roadblock that we're running into is in order to build those homes, we have to have a carpentry, and that's kind of the issue. It's kind of expensive to buy the carpentry. I do have a mod that we could just place down at the farm. That's a smaller carpentry, but that's still $36,000. So that's quite a bit. But I don't just want to sell the trees, because I want to actually do something with them. So we got to figure that out. I think my plan is that we're going to bring this trailer out over here. I know that there's a mod that you can like rent or lease productions. So I might check that out, see how that works. I don't know. But we're gonna get this trailer parked up. I think we're gonna load some logs up on it. I don't exactly know what the best way to do this is gonna be. The best place to park it. But we gotta run back to the other farm with the Landy to get the other Massey, because we brought that down this morning to load bales. So a little bit of back and forth to start our morning off. And yeah, so I'm gonna look into some of those mods, see what's up. I did get this to work. We did buy sapling. So pretty much you come over here, you got your saplings. I bought some spruces, and we'll just do one really quick. We'll plant it right here, I guess. There we go. We're digging, and we planted it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little mod. I like it a lot. So if we check the red tape mod, then sustainable forestry. See, it still doesn't. It's not registering that we planted any. I don't know. Maybe the mod needs an update. I know that there is an update yet, so I'll check that out. We'll put this back. There we go. Alright. Catch you guys in a little bit. Alrighty. So a few things have happened already. We leased or rented this wood chipper. We got it on the back of the 6460. We financed a small trailer. Maybe not our best option, but they didn't have anything for rent or anything, so yeah, that's what we're doing. So we got, if you can see, tried it already. We just put a little stick in by hand, so we are going to do this. We're gonna just chip the ones that we can do by hand. We're gonna turn this on. That's why we opened that door, because we can just control the controls from this side. And we're gonna get some logs in that we can just lift by hand. So again, I don't want to use the ones that are actual good logs. Because I want to use those for our production. Once we actually can figure that out, I figured maybe this is a good way to make some money if we can sell the wood chips to possibly afford that. To afford that smaller sawmill. See how we're doing. It's a good amount in there. We'll get all these put in, and then I'll show you that sawmill. I'll actually show you what I'm talking about, so it makes a little bit more sense, hopefully. This actually works really well. I like that a lot. I'm really liking the way this series is progressing, and I hope you guys are too. I know it's still not the most popular thing in the world. Definitely well below the views that I usually get on my US content, but hey ho, here we are. That's alright. Some of these don't actually like to go in, they kind of bug out a little bit. I don't even know if they're making any, but that's alright. We're getting rid of these little scraggly logs, at least. There we go. One more of this pile. Just a little guy. Looks like we got about 1,200 liters, 1,275. So if we go into here and then we go into factories, there's a sawmill here that we can buy. So this is 36 grand. My idea was to possibly put it like here, kind of right here. But then that would be difficult to actually get the logs in to the load point and then actually get them out as well. So then I was thinking, well, maybe we could put it over here. I just want to put it under cover. So I'm thinking maybe right here would be our best bet. So then we can put the input right here by the door of the dairy, and then the output's right there. That makes this like galley way, or this alleyway, a little bit tighter than it is, but like I said, we could knock out some walls and stuff as well if we need to, but yeah, we'll have to see. So there's a sawmill. Is there a carpentry in here? Because we actually need the carpentry as well. And I don't think there is. Because all this does is just turn the logs into planks and beams and stuff, essentially. But I think we need a carpentry to actually sell this stuff with. Oh yeah, see, here's a biomass heating plant. Is this wood chips? Can you sell the wood chips? I think you can. I think these are wood chips. And then there's a firewood sale point, which we could do at some point as well, which would be kind of cool. Because when you look at production or factories, there's this. Where is it? See, here's a carpentry, but yeah, again, it's 300,000, and I'd rather just buy the one that's already placed on the map. So yeah, there's this. That's a firewood factory type thing, which could be pretty cool as well to do eventually. I like that a lot. That's pretty neat because it actually outputs wood chips and stuff as well, so that could be kind of fun. Yeah, I have no idea how much it costs to sell, or like how much you can sell the firewood for, but yeah, that could be a cool thing. Kind of once we get our homes built and stuff, we could do that. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Looks like we can pick this big brood up. Good thing we're strong, eh? Get in there. Beautiful. So I'm going to keep at this. And I'll probably catch up with you guys. Can't pick that one up. Can pick this little guy up. I'm just trying to clean these piles up. I'll catch up with you guys when we actually can go about selling some of these, or some of the wood chips. Alrighty, welcome back. December 3. We sold off 1 trailer load of wood chips. Why can't I grab these ones? Pretty good money, actually. You can see we're up to 25,000. So I'm thinking, until we can get that, until we can get, oh, there's some weird collisions going on. Yeah, we're gonna have to just cut these, because I can't pick those up. So until we have enough money to get the sawmill, we're just gonna use these. We're just gonna we're gonna chip. We're gonna wood chip. Turn these into wood chips. If you catch what I'm saying. Not talking very well. Okay, there's one. I have been moving these logs closer and then cutting them up and putting them in by hand, because it has been kind of difficult to... I tried it a few times to just put the big logs in with the tractor, because it requires a little bit of finesse. And these ones, for some reason, even though they look small, have or weren't very... Oh, where'd you go, buddy? Were too heavy for me to grab, apparently, because I'm not using super strength. I think there's been like 2 times where something's really gone haywire that I've utilized super strength, but I'm not trying not to use it too much. Okay. Well, we can shut this off. I'm really liking this process, though. It's been good. So we're going to... It's a full trailer. We're going to get hooked up. And we're going to haul this away and sell it. We need to get some fuel in this tractor. Probably should do that before we head out, but let's see what we're looking at for prices. I always forget where the prices screen is. Is it this one? No. No. This one. Let's go down to wood chips. There. Animal dealers taking them pretty good. Logistics Center West. Feed and Grain South. We'll do that one. They need some wood chips, apparently. So let's go get them some wood chips. I'm going to stop and fill this up with fuel while I also adjust my steering wheel, because that's being a bit of a pain in the butt right now. So I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay, so we are coming up on the Feed and Grain South right now. Let's get in here, let's sell this. See how much we get. And we might be able to purchase that sawmill thing. Place that down. And we'll probably do... a little bit more wood chipping. Okay, we do have enough, just by a tiny bit, because so we're gonna do some more wood chipping, probably another load at least, to get enough for just a little buffer of cash. Yeah, what was that, 11? I didn't even look and see what exactly how much that was, so it's a pretty good little payday. I mean, it does take some time. It takes some time to cut the trees down, but I feel like I'm getting better at it. I'm figuring it out. Especially if we choose the right trees, like the trees that are actually meant to be like logging trees that are upright, like this one here that we're just passing, that are upright. Well, they're all upright, but like not a bunch of branches and things. easy to strip off the branches. We don't have to do a ton of monkeying around with extra branches and stuff. Like this one would be a pain in the butt to do, and I've done a few of those, so yeah. Anyway, I feel like we should place down at least one of the, like, the blueprints for one of the houses, because then it'll give us an idea of what we actually need. Again, I don't know if we'll actually complete them this winter, but we're gonna try. We'll see. Get us a little, if we can complete it, then it will give us some extra monthly income. There's some passive income, which would be nice. So anyway, we'll get back. We'll probably place that down, and then we'll keep on working. I'm probably not going to show much of it. And honestly, yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we actually cut back in after we place that down. Okay, so we're here in the construction menu. My thinking is that we're going to kind of make like a little drive here, kind of along the wall. We'll probably cut this tree down and this one, kind of up into here. Then like back here is kind of where I'm thinking that I want to put these, kind of like in a circle type thing in a way. You know what I mean? Little community type deal. But we need to have enough room to where they can like park cars, and we can put some decorations down and different things like that. So I think we'll put the first one right here. And then we can actually figure out what we need for that. And then if we come over to Sawmill or factories, Sawmill, where's that one at? Right here. Not enough money. Oh, shoot. So we need 36. I thought it was 34. So that's where we're going to put it. I think that's going to give us enough room to get in here, tip stuff right here, pick up stuff right here. I think that's what we're going to do. And then I think that'll still give us enough room to where we can kind of get back in there if we need to as well. So that's going to be the plan. I'm going to keep working on that. There's a cement factory one. That'd be cool. Sugar mill. Grape, oil, dairy, grain, preserved food, bakery. Okay. So that's the plan. So, yeah, we will catch you guys in a little bit. It looks like it is going to snow here soon. So that is going to be fun. Alright. We got a log. We got our sawmill bought and placed. We're going to try it out. Let's see what happens. So I think we put the log here. Yes. Oh, it just took it right away. Okay. And then, so we need planks and wood beams. I checked it out. So let's see. Let's activate that. And we'll do planks as well. Or wait. We'll do wood beams to start. Yeah. Change output, selling, distributing, storing. So we just want to store it. 24 cycles per month. Oh. That really makes some noise, doesn't it? Okay. It's quite loud. So that was 1,400. I don't know what the weight system was. At liters still in wood. So I just wanted to see how it would work. Honestly. So we'll do that. That works good. I am going to now probably stack some wood on the trailer and actually get that like delivered over there with a bunch of logs, I think. Because if you see, we did cut down a few logs off camera towards the end of December too. So this was like a total of 3 big trees, I think. So these are big ones. These I had to put the weight on the back and everything to carry these. So looks like I can pick up a few of them, but yeah. So we'll load these up. That'll give us quite a bit of. Ooh, that one's 3,241 liters. Just that guy right there. And that one was heavy. Even with the weight on the back, I was doing a little bit of slipping. So that is going to fill that little sawmill right up, which will be nice. Let's run over here really quick and just make sure we know what we're doing. I think it was beams and then long planks that we needed. So it says wood beam and planks long. Yeah, so we only need 1,500 liters of wood beam and 1,000 liters of long planks. I know eventually we're going to need like the walls and stuff, the prefab walls, which is going to be where probably the other sawmill comes in and the leasing production thing. We're going to need that, or we just buy, we could just buy the walls too from the like logistics center or whatever it's called. So yeah, we'll have to figure that out. But I'm gonna get the wood chipper undone, unhooked. Let's get it folded up. We'll raise it up. We'll set it over here, and then we will get hooked up to the trailer, and I'm gonna start loading some logs on. And then we'll catch back up with you guys. Alright, welcome to December 4 now. As you can see, we got some snow, and we are actually doing a job for the local council, and we are going to be spreading some salt on the roads for them. We knew we were a contract business looking for some work, and they are hiring us in to do some salt spreading on the main roads. So this is actually part of the red tape mod, which is pretty cool. So you accept the scheme, and this shows up at the store. Salt spreader. We'll take a look at it. Schemes active. So in light of recent snowfall, the local council are asking farmers to spread salt to keep the roads clear and safe. Ensure that when spreading, your speed remains no higher than 13. So Next valuation will be January, and we'll actually earn some money from this, but we do actually have to purchase some salt. So let's see. Where would we actually buy the salt? Big bags. Road salt. Let's do 2 for now, I suppose. We'll just fill up like this. Probably should have used the forklift, but whatever. Oh. Why is our box open? Alright, there we go. Okay. So it work right here? Oh, it does work right there. So we need to go no faster than 13, so we're going to just make sure we're going 12, I suppose. So we know that we are going the right speed, because you actually get like doxed if you don't. So we're actually gonna go right. Turn all of our lights on, just to make sure. And we're gonna spread this salt on the road. Pretty cool little deal. Fits right in with the contractor thing. I like it a lot. We got our snow attire on. Snow coat. Their beanie hat. We're gonna go up into the town. We're gonna take a little trip into the town of Kinleague. Alright, my phone alarm just went off. Apologies. We'll go this way. Just a little drive while doing some salting. So let's see, does it actually tell you, like, what's going on? No, we actually have no, like, indicator of how we're doing. It's just kind of all guesswork. So we're probably just gonna go until this salt is gone. I wanted to test this out and see how it goes, and I mean, we might as well do it if we're gonna get paid for it. I know Scroff did it in one of his first few videos showing off this mod, and that was a few versions of the red tape mod ago, so I think the price that you get paid has actually been adjusted, which is probably good because he got paid a lot. So, although I wouldn't be too sad if we actually did get paid quite a bit. It'd be sweet. I love just all the decorations. I love how the decorations change with the seasons, especially the winter. Got all the stars and the Christmas lights up. Pretty awesome. I love the wet roads. Look at the castle over there in the harbor. I would like to eventually get into some aquaculture. I think that would be pretty cool to do on here. Would really enjoy that. Maybe. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure if I would enjoy it, but I think I would. Hopeful that the next game, this map is going to be one of the like base game maps, like how Zelonka was. I think that would be pretty cool. We'll go up this way. So then map makers, like British map makers and stuff, can use assets from this map. That would be pretty nice. There's a lot of good buildings on this. We'll go down this way. I was going to turn left, but it's a one-way, so we're not going to do that. What if we just drive in the middle of the road, if that helps at all? We're bigger than these cars. Especially this little guy. You're not supposed to be taking your three-wheeler out in the middle of winter, buddy. The salt doesn't go down very fast, which is okay. That means we get a lot of work done. We'll definitely get our money's worth out of our $400 of salt. Heck, we might even use it to clear our yard a bit. Because we don't really have a snow pusher, we just have a bucket. That's really all we got. We're going to ignore that stop sign. Light. Down into the industrial district. %50 off delivery of pizza. The old Kinleg Fish Market right there. Fish processing, pretty cool. Excuse me, sir. In your open top in the middle of winter. These guys are crazy. These Scottish folks are nuts. Driving too fast. Uh-oh. I don't want to be going too fast. Oh! We almost ran that car over. That would have been a disaster. No bueno. We'll turn back left. Yeah. We'll go back out this way. I think we'll probably head over to this area. We'll put some salt on those roads. I don't think we got every street here, but we did a pretty good job. We'll get that little part of the town, and then maybe we'll head back towards our farmyard and get some of that done too. So there goes the train. But, with all that being said, I think that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much to the YouTube channel members. Thank you for everybody that's continuing to support these videos. Like I said before, I know they're not the most popular, but I appreciate it. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.